In Zimbabwe, away from the hustle and bustle of city life, lies a modern institutionalized farm that is changing the face of agriculture in the country. Welcome to the Great Habib Smart Farm Academy, where innovation meets tradition.
Duck rearing. It's not so new in the country, but it is slowly gaining momentum. And this week, we are giving you insight into the world of duck rearing. Welcome to another episode of NTV Seeds of Gold.
As we settle on the farm, we are greeted by Shube Nantege, the director of this thriving enterprise. She takes us on a journey through the history of the farm, where it all began and where it is destined to go. At the heart of this agriculture wonderland are ducks themselves.
What was it like? How did you get started? What's the history here?
We called it an academy because it's a modern institutionalized farm, though we're specializing mostly in birds. Yeah, we have the Pekin ducks, we have Muscovy, we have Rouen, we have geese, we have pigeons, and now local chicken. Yeah, the concept kicked off in 2020, the year for COVID, our first lockdown. I hope you remember the first lockdown.
You were bored, you came up with an idea.
Yes, that's when, because first of all, the poverty levels that had started kicking in and everything, and offices were closed, airports were closed, so it was that time to actually go back home and foresee what nature is actually going to give you. Yeah, so that's when the concept of the farm came about. Then we decided to specialize in duck farming, mostly because of the uniqueness that it brings. So it is a product of the farm. Yes, it's the baby of the farm. So but currently, right now, we are specializing mostly in Pekin. You can see the white ones, yeah? Mostly in Pekin. Why? Their growth rate is very high. They're very resistant to diseases. And they're two-way. You want to do them as boilers, you can. As broilers, you can. You want to do them as layers, you can. So both ways, you'll still get good growth capacity. Yes.
The inception of this remarkable venture dates back to 2020 during the pandemic lockdown, when it all started with just 35 females and 15 drakes. Today, the farm boasts a staggering capacity of over 50,000 ducks, with the dreams as big as the sky itself, aiming to reach 1 million ducks. But what sets this farm apart in a world dominated by poultry? The answer lies in the uniqueness of duck farming.
So would you say from the time you got started and to where you are, there is a significant change, significant growth, you know?
Yes, most definitely. In 2020, we began with 35 ducks. We had 35 females and 15 drakes. So right now, alhamdulillah, we're in a capacity of 50,000. And our dream is actually to hit 1 million. Our dream is to inspire to be the biggest.
Of course.
Duck farmers in Uganda. And why? Because we want to increase also and promote the agro-tourism and farming, yes, okay, in Uganda.
Well, that's amazing.
Shube proudly explains the farm's mission. It's not just about raising ducks, it's about offering something different to the table. The farm prides itself on its variety of duck breeds, but more importantly, it's about empowering the youth and involving the local community. Here, learning the skills of duck farming is not just a job, it's an opportunity for a better life. The farm also offers tours and boasts a diverse range of animals from sheep to fish, providing a glimpse into the broader world of agriculture.
We needed to get the uniqueness, because we thought everyone is doing poultry, everyone is doing rabbits, How different can you be? When you are an entrepreneur, you need to strive to be unique. You know, you need to strive to be unique in a certain way. So when we thought about it and brainstormed about it, we're like, you know what, ducks. Yeah, ducks it is. And as awkward as it may have sounded in the beginning, we're like, we're gonna make it, we're gonna shoot it.
And you did.
And right now, everyone, when you go somewhere and you're talking about Great Habib ducks, they'll be like, huh? Ducks? Do people actually eat ducks? It's a new concept in people's eyes, and we're trying to put the brand out there, trying to tell them it's actually possible to eat a duck. Even if you're Muslim, it is halal. Yes, so that's why we wanted the uniqueness. So our uniqueness right now is in birds. That's why we're focusing on ducks, we're focusing on pigeons, on turkeys, on geese.
You're doing ducks, and we've profiled a couple of duck farmers before. What would make your duck farm different from theirs? What does yours bring to the table that the others, you know?
Currently, what ours is bringing to the table, number one, it is the diversity in brands, in the breeds. We have the different breeds, Muscovy, Rouen, and others, Pekin and others. You're going to be able to see them. And also what's making us unique is we're not doing this for us. At the end of the day, we're engaging the community out there. As a youth, you can see me. We want youth to be able to make a living out of something that is from their nature, that is from agriculture. So we're trying to involve the local communities around to teach them duck farming. And then also the other unique bit we have is basically training. We usually have school tours. The kids come, the students come, and we train them duck farming and the different ones. We actually have duck farming, we have sheep. You'll be able to see the sheep, though it's a small number. And then also we have the fish farming, but mostly that is catfish because it's a cycle. And then also right now, currently, what you asked me, the niche, what is making us different is we're bringing the duck from the farm to your plate. So that is the diversity in the food chain. Because right now we are able to produce duck sausages. You're actually going to be able to taste the duck sausage. We are able to produce duck burgers. So we do the burger patties. Yes. We can be able to do duck pilau, duck Rolexes, a duck sandwich. So bringing that concept to your plate and say, oh, I cannot only eat duck as meat, but I can actually eat a sausage. So I think that diversity in the food chain now is making us competitive advantage.
Stand out.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm already hungry to taste the duck. But what we're going to do is we're going to take a walk around and learn more about the farm and what they have to offer. Join us.
We collect our eggs almost every hour because they left from morning up to like 1.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why we had already collected in the morning. They're still going to collect eggs.
Okay. And in a day, how many trays are we looking at here?
In a day, we can, at least per house, per pen, we can get like 15 to 16 trays.
The farm manager, Miss Maureen, takes us on a stroll around the farm, and first, we meet the ducklings.
So how old are these?
Yeah, it is called the brooder or nursery.
Yeah.
We are breeding here ducklings from 1 day to 1 month.
Yeah.
Obuto from 1 day to 2 weeks. We look after them. It is very different from those ones that have already made 1 month. So tugenda sections of Obuto, we shall see how we really handle them. But mainly embata obulamu bwayo mazzi na mmere clean water and food.
Okay.
And the hygiene should be very neat every time.
So what food is it that you give them?
We mix for them from day 1 to 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We give them pellets.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we give them pellets. Then from 2 weeks to 1 month, we mix for them feeds.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So these are about...
These ones are already now making 1 month. They are going now to the nursery. From the brother to the nursery.
Oh, okay.
These are 3 weeks old.
Is that a chicken?
Yeah, that's a chicken.
So they don't affect them in any way?
No, they can go together. That's no problem.
Ah.
The other farmer with chicken and ducks can
They are
can
fine.
go together.
Yeah. Okay. The farm's infrastructure is a marvel in itself, with a storage structure designed to maximize available space. The ducklings upstairs enjoy warmth and comfort, while the older ducks downstairs have ample air circulation. The farm's water system is automated, making life easier for these water-loving creatures. Stoves powered by long-burning briquettes keep the ducklings warm, ensuring their well-being. Why is it set up like this?
She set up, it is just to utilize space. You see,
Yeah.
it was at least upstairs, like the downer section can grab the older ducks, then the upper section can have the young ones. Why upper section young ones? Because for them they need a lot of heat. They don't need that much aeration like the downer,
Like the lower
the
ones.
grown-ups.
Okay.
Usanga tokozesa space ntono ate ng'olunza embaata ki nyingi. It was our intention.
Yeah.
So kati at least twesanga buli wiiki tusitookinga embaata 13.
So about 3,000
So
ducks.
ojja kwesanga nti embaata zino, most of them they are of the same age. You cannot declare that this is 2 months, this is 2 weeks, this is 3 weeks. Usanga nti zonna zenkana, but after they've made 1 month, we take them to the nursery.
Okay. But explain that water system to
This is
me.
an automatic, yeah, it's new, it is an automatic water system. It is very good because, you know, labor, these casual workers, so whenever I tell him to put water, may not put it. will need you to stand there and see whether it has put water. But this one, it is easier. Just tap and open, and
It releases the water.
The whole house gets water.
These look younger.
Yeah, these ones are just 1 week.
These
Yeah,
are like old.
They're 1 week old.
But don't they try to jump over this?
No, they cannot jump.
Baby.
Ducks don't jump. They're not like, you know that you can jump,
Yeah.
but a duck cannot jump. It cannot jump. And this system is so good because the water keeps clean.
Yeah, it does.
Yes, the water that comes out when you drink, the leftover is just poured out and you tap clean water. That's the advantage of it.
Ducklings are the farm's treasures, and they are cared for meticulously from day 1 to 1 month. The brooder provides a cozy and warm environment for these young ones, with clean water and food being the key to their growth.
So you'll have that, you have day 1, you have 3 days. You see, it's covered. The brooder is supposed to be covered all the way around. Because you have to maintain that heat
The
inside
warmth.
there. And you have our the thermometers inside that you really have to monitor the temperature inside. And the aeration, they don't like a lot of
air.
So you cover it to keep that warmth inside there. And we put a source of heat so that the place keeps warm.
So you use the briquettes because they burn slower.
They burn slowly.
What's with the structure over the water?
This structure, put it on top of water. We want to the first thing is utilizing the small space you have. You could be having your land with water, in a way, but you don't have any thought of putting on a structure. naye oba otaddeko ekidiba wansi ng'olundira ebyennyanja, then on top you have your ducks.
The ducks, yeah.
Another added advantage is the droppings of ducks where zigenda mu mazzi, they fertilize the water, and there is what we call the water always makes its own feeds for fish.
Yeah.
Even at the lakes, wherever the water is fertilized, it makes its own feeds. Yes, that is another advantage. And the fish also feeds on that droppings directly. Yes, that is the advantage that we have about it.
About things,
yes.
Yeah. Okay, so that's value addition. Is there anything more when it comes to value addition apart from the meat?
The manure we get from here, apart from the droppings being eaten by fish, we collect it as manure.
Yeah.
We collect it as manure and we use it. We produce our own feeds by we plant our own maize, we plant our own soya, we plant our own. We find at least we're cutting most of the cost of going to
very
markets
cost
and buying
effective.
fake things.
Yeah.
So we produce our own feeds and also sell.
Maintaining ducks is easier and more cost-effective compared to chickens, and the farm has various stages of development, starting from the juvenile stage lasting 1 to 2 months. Here, separation is determined, setting the stage for the nursery.
So any other person can do duck farming. You see now the other system of drinking water.
Yeah.
You can do this one locally and birds still get water.
You pour in the water?
Pour in the jar cans and birds take water.
And it's, yeah,
so smart and simple.
very simple and effective.
How you cut jerry can like this very well so that the duck can put its head and drink water. It's supposed to be a bit deep because the duck has put in the whole head. You know the duck how it's really put the whole feeds on the nostrils. So it has to dip its head down and take water. Though you can raise it from the ground so that the duck cannot step in the droppings, the water. You can put it up, these ones call them pallets.
So the pallets
You can have wooden one or you can do wooden or plastic. Yes. Okay, from the brood I've seen that too. From the brood I'll have day 1 to 1 month. Then we come here. From 1 month at least to 2 months and a half or 3. This is called what's juvenile stage. We mix for them feeds, we don't feed them on pellets. We mix for them feeds. It's from here that you realize that this is now I'm going to grow it as a parent stock. This one now I'm going to sell it off. This one I'm going now to do it as fattening. So it's this stage that you really figure out what you're going to use it for. Depending on the growth, how the bird is growing, whether it is growing faster or it is growing slightly slow. Yes, then you figure it out how we're going to use it.
So which ones go to brooding, which ones are parent stock? How do you decide that?
How do you depending on how they are growing. If the bird is growing faster, meaning even if you take it for fattening, you'll give it feeds and it really grows faster and it gives you what you want. But this one that you know when you're breeding a parent stock, it's not supposed to have a lot of fats. It's not. Yes, you're supposed to grow it slowly and for production. You just give it food for maintenance, not fattening.
So what's the timetable like for eating? What's their schedule?
Eating, we give them feeds twice a day. Like in the morning, we give them at 8. In the morning, we first wake up with cleaning. We clean everywhere where they've taken water from, where they've slept. We do cleaning, then at 8, we put feeds. They feed at 8, but water keeps there constantly. We keep them with clean water. Then we give them again the second time at around 2 p.m. We give them feeds twice a day. Not like a chicken, the chicken it will be with feeds all the time.
In the nursery, a stunning array of ornamental duck breeds is on display. These ornamental breeds are often sold in pairs, catering to those interested in adding a touch of beauty to their farms.
The ornamental breed, someone would like to have one pair or one bird just look beautiful in the compound. Because they are so good and the maturity is so fast also, and they are very delicious. That's why they are so precious like that. Yeah. So we have Kauga. Kauga is purely black, as in black without any dot on it. Then we have blue Swedish, it's another breed. It's black with a white patch in the chest. Yeah. Then we have Rowan. Rowan, it's so beautiful. It's a very beautiful bird. You can see it's dotted brown. Yeah. Yes. Then we have blue Swedish. It's for it is brown underneath without any dots.
The farm also houses a fattening stage where ducks are prepared for meat production. Here, the ducks from the nursery are carefully tailored for this purpose.
So what do you have here?
Wano tulundirawo for fattening or tulundawo embata zolunda nga broiler. Zolunda tuzilunda up to 6 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, then etandika ne tutunda.
You fatten them and then sell?
Yeah, and sell them.
Normally, whoever is buying for meat.
For meat. Ebeera nga ina amasavu ng'ekuze bulungi. Ku myezi ebiri, it has 3.5 kilograms breast weight.
That's interesting. That's interesting. So these ones, you identify from the nursery.
From the nursery.
Then you bring them here. And you can see that they're gaining properly.
They're gaining properly. So the other stage is about to go.
So is their feeding different from the others?
We feed them differently. Due to the body requirements, you look at those proteins, that's why they need to fatten very well. Then that's what we give them. In fact, when we reach our stores, we mix these birds. Their feeds differently. One's learning differently.
So that they, for whatever, you tailor it to whatever it is they're for.
Depending on the body requirements, yes, of the bird. Look at the system.
I can see it. And the pellets keep the water down.
The place dry.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can see. And I can still see the chickens trying to fit.
As we dig deeper into the farm's operations, we discover the role of parent stock or breeding stock. Ducks in the nursery are sorted by body mass, with some becoming parent stock, some reserved for breeding, and others destined for the dining table.
So you had mentioned that down here is a lot more fresh air. That's why you have the grown ones down here.
That's why we have the grown ones. And there is another advantage that they frequently move out. When you want to clean the house, you put them out, they swim and come back when the house is clean and with new litter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And I see the eggs.
Yes.
These are all...
This is one of our parent stocks.
Yeah.
This is one of our parent stock or breeding stock. Another person can call it a breeding stock. We have the laying boxes, because they lay eggs. We have females and males within here. Why we keep them males and females? We need fertilized eggs. They are the eggs we take them for incubation and we get ducklings. Yes, we keep a ratio of 1 to 3.
Yeah.
1 male, 3 females. So we collect our eggs almost every hour because they left from morning up to like 1. Yeah. Yes, that's why you had already collected in the morning. They're still going to collect eggs.
Okay. And in a day, how many trays are we looking at here?
In a day, we can, at least per house, per pen, we can get like 15 to 16 trays. Yeah. Yes, collectively, you get like 40 trays a day.
A day. That's impressive.
Yeah, it's impressive.
You never get people who want to just buy the eggs.
But they buy eggs. In fact, we sell table eggs and fertilized eggs.
Oh, okay, I get it.
After candling, you sort out those ones that are not fertilized, you sell them as table eggs.
Of course, every success story has its share of challenges. The farm faced issues with predators like snakes, but with the introduction of geese, the problem was swiftly resolved. The geese's presence and their vigilant honking serve as a natural deterrent, ensuring the safety of the ducks, their water, and their feed.
Currently, we don't have any that strange problem, but previously we had a problem of predators. We had snakes, they could come and eat our birds. And before we had not stocked the geese. Now after stocking geese, you know that sound they make? Yes. So strange, they cannot allow anybody to come around. When we bought repellents, we shall see them, they repel away all the reptiles. Predators, So we no longer have that problem. Like maybe any other farmer, we would have a problem of water, but we put up now a well. We really sorted out those problems. Yes.
So it's imperative that they have enough feed and the right feed. They have enough water.
They have enough water.
You should be able to repel predators. Yes. So anyone considering, this as a venture should, put that.
Should just look at that. Mainly a duck, it is water and feed.
And feeds.
Yes.
Then keep the snakes away.
Keep the snakes
away. So find a way of keeping the snakes away.
Stay tuned for part 2, where we explore the farm's journey to more success and the impact it's making on the local community.
The because we have to bring it where the people is, the schools. Then we encourage a lot of trainings and the farm tours and visits, but emphasizing people to test a duck. It's not about to visit and go and talk the theory of the ducks.